Здрасте, с вами Влад, и я продолжаю проходить игру «Назад в будущее», 5-й эпизод, 2-я часть. Мы с вами по-прежнему на выставке. Значит, Док одел на себя вот этот водолазный костюм. Марти знает, что это Док, но он как бы себя не хочет выдавать, и он похитил молодого Эммета. Нам нужно поговорить с Арти. Это мы оставили в предыдущем видео.
The expo? Sure, but I was wondering. That's Carl Sagan in the deep-sea diving suit, and he's holding Emmett captive in the bathysphere.
You're making a pretty serious allegation, mister. I'll have to look into it. Right after the show.
This ticket should get me into any exhibit on the floor, right?
Sure, that's a P ticket.
Well, the guy at the aquarium is refusing to honor it.
There must be some mistake. Come on, let's straighten this
Да,
out.
давай сейчас разберемся, Арти.
Professor Duteau, this young man claims you refused to take his ticket.
Not at all. I'm only too happy to take
Вот он, Док.
ticket. Please, climb the ladder, and I will raise the bathysphere.
Не знаю, что задумал старый Док из параллельной вселенной, зачем он похитил молодого себя. Посмотрим.
What is the matter? The gears, they must have become stuck. I am afraid I cannot raise the bathysphere at this moment.
What a shame.
Yes, it is. Well, I will work on the problem. Perhaps we shall come back later.
Что же у тебя там заклинило-то, а?
Come down, please. The bathysphere exhibit is currently closed for repairs.
Какой ремонт? Да, я подожду. Тоже у
Hi,
нас...
folks. It's me, Techne, Muse of Progress, gracing you once again with my presence. And speaking of presents, what better gift could Hill Valley offer the world than this magnificent science and technology exhibit, hey folks? If you haven't done so already, I urge each and every one of you to take a peek at Furnishings of the Future, right here in our main hall. Tickets are available from me, Techne, at our information desk.
Эммет Браун, он уже должен выходить.
It may be quite some time before the exhibit is fixed.
I'm not going anywhere.
Хорошо, давайте ждать. Эммет уже должен выйти. Так, шланг в этой сферы. Нужно быстрее и быстрее все здесь делать, чтобы Эммет вышел. Да, я передаю
What does it
шланг.
matter if there's nobody in the bathysphere?
It's very bad form.
Oh, sorry.
Ага, там же молодой Док, и теперь, я думаю, этот Док будет задыхаться. Да, вот. Молодой Док задыхается, и это
Does if
по
there's somebody
по-старому.
inside the bathysphere, but I thought you said there wasn't anybody in the bathysphere.
There's not.
Он задыхается.
I command you, uncrimp that hose.
Funny, you'd think it was you who was running out of air, not the guy in the bathysphere.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's as if you two were connected somehow.
Что же нам делать?
Off the hose.
Raise the bathysphere, Doc.
I won't do it.
Then neither will I.
Поднимай эту фигню быстро, Док, пока ты не задохнулся и молодого себя не потащил за собой. Давай. Поднимай.
The gears, they have become unstuck.
Волшебным образом он заработал.
There, see? It was just a malfunction after all.
Вот он, молодой Док.
Let's get you out of there.
Emmett Brown? Then it was true.
А Док-то уже сбежал.
Hey, you.
Или Карл Саган.
He just took that guy's wallet. I
think he took his wallet.
Oh, remind me not to become an oceanographer. I guess I must have a touch of claustrophobia. Never should have gone in there.
Yeah, we've all got problems. Now, you'd better get back to your booth
Funny
before...
thing is, I don't even remember going in there. Last thing I recall, I was in the glass house talking to Carl Sagan. Did you know he's really a scientist?
I'd heard. What did he say to you?
Oh, he had some sort of spur-of-the-moment business proposition. It was all very rush. I never got the details. It would have meant leaving before the expo was over, so I told him that... Say, where'd he go? Do you know?
Carl Sagan? He had to leave. One of his experiments blew up on him.
No, I know how that is.
Greetings and salutations to all our honored guests. I am Techne, Muse of Progress, and it is my pleasant task once again to highlight one of the great minds who is hard at work building a better tomorrow.
I think that's me. I'm next on the roster.
But are you ready?
No, I don't have a choice. Did you bring the static accumulator?
Oh, right. Here you go.
Great. Come on, let's get up there.
Пока что мы ничего не делаем, смотрим ролики.
One of this kid's gizmos just might take off and change the life of everybody in town. Could it be the very thing he's brought to share with us today? This wouldn't be the first time the world was changed by a kid barely out
That
of
ought to do it. Are the block bearings all in the raised position?
Block bearings. Raised position. Check.
Then it looks like all systems are go. Wish me luck.
Don't have to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Emmett Brown!
Это отец Эммета.
Objection, Your Honor! I hereby demand that the scientific demonstration of one Emmett Brown be terminated and forfeit by reason of insanity. I declare him to be in contempt of me, his father.
Это отец Эммета.
Where is he? Hand him over this instant! The longer you hold out, the harder it's going to be for you.
Помирите кого? Чё? Помирите Эммета и судью Брауна.
You don't think you can shelter him?
Emmett's gone. You just missed him.
Young man, I've been sitting on the bench of Hill Valley Criminal Court for 15 years. I can smell a dissembler a mile away. Now, are you going to turn him over, or will I have to use force?
Don't antagonize him.
Well, if you're not going to say anything...
So he is up there with you.
Thanks a lot.
Son, I order you to come down from there this second.
Так. Что мне делать? Опять с ним
I
поговорить?
don't take the foot. I want to speak to my son.
Emmett's not ready to talk to you directly.
I suppose you're his mouthpiece.
I guess so, yeah. You can't talk him out of it. His mind is made up.
So, if talking won't work, there's always threshing.
If I can say so, sir, the problem is you're coming on too strong. You intimidate him.
I don't intimidate him enough. That's the problem.
Can't you two have it out later?
You mean after he's gone through with this ridiculous stunt?
Yeah?
No!
Stay right there.
I'm not going anywhere.
Так, а что мне делать? Больше у меня нечего спрашивать. Так, у Эммета с его отцом намного больше общего, чем они думают. Но они этого не узнают, если вы им не подскажете. Эммету и его отцу срочно нужен семейный психолог.
You
Семейный
dare to
психолог?
disobey a direct order?
Чё? О чем вы говорите вообще?
Nah,
Понятно.
I don't think so. Maybe not.
Может, с Эмметом поговорить?
Emmett,
I'm not talking to him. There's no point.
Just go deal with them. What have you got to lose?
That's what they said to Custer.
So, what's your plan?
I just stand here like this indefinitely. After a few centuries, the process of petrification will set in, and that'll be that.
Okay, that is a plan. Maybe he'll give you a fair chance to explain yourself. He is a judge, after all.
Yes, a judge who's already passed sentence. He won't listen to me. He never has.
I'll be right back.
There! So, is your client prepared to make a statement?
He says it's no use talking to you. You never listen?
That only shows how pig-headed he is. Of course I'll listen. If he can justify his craziness, I'll be only too happy to indulge it.
Stay right there.
Так, понятно, нужно говорить то с Эмметом,
I'm
то с его
not
отцом.
talking to him. There's no point.
You heard him. He said he'll listen to you.
Well,
At least give it a shot.
Father,
Son?
you've never understood the first thing about me. All you want to do is step on me, squelch my natural instincts. You don't know what it's like to be
Try to
young. You
understand.
don't know what it's
You're
like
a
to have
big overgrown
dreams, to have
baby
ambitions
who wants
so
everything
great
his
and
own
so
way.
powerful that they've
Scratched you.
got a
I
life of
should
their
have
own.
scratched you.
And it's
Tell
all
me
you
to
can do
mother
to
can
hang
touch
on for
every
dear
one of
life
you.
while they
How can
cannot
it be
find where
wins?
they must.
Don't
This
talk it at
is
the
America,
ununited.
Pop.
If
And
I
in
was not getting
America,
to
a
age,
person
my father
doesn't
would have
have
given
to
me
do
a
what his
sound
father
thrashing.
did.
Good
Isn't that
for
why you
him.
came to America? To live where there wouldn't be so many rules?
Вот это да.
Well,
Не
we
ожидал.
talked. Are you happy?
Да, я доволен. Вот этот разговор.
Please, you gotta get out of Emmett's way.
I have yet to hear a compelling or even coherent reason why.
See, Your Honor, it's just that this demo is so important to Emmett.
A childish kerfuffle. He'll forget all about it in 2 weeks' time.
That's what I'm afraid of. Emmett's just...
Stubborn, willful, single-minded, incorrigible, and obsessed.
Okay, but if you look at it from the right angle, those traits are kinda... good.
That may be your angle, Sonny, but I'm not so sure it's the right one. Make no mistake, those are traits that lead to trouble. He gets them from his mother.
Look, Your Honor, you don't see it, but there's an awful lot riding on Emmett's demonstration.
All the more reason why I've got to put a stop to it. Look me in the eyes, young man. I expect you know my son pretty well by now. Do you seriously think his exhibition is going to be a success?
Да, он добьется успеха.
Sure, sure it will.
Ha! You know as well as I how it'll end. Disaster!
Maybe, and maybe not, but even if it does, I mean, isn't Emmett entitled to make a few mistakes?
Emmett has exceeded his quota for one lifetime. It's my job as his father to see to it there are no more mistakes.
Emmett's just trying to make a name for himself. Maybe things were different when you were a kid, but nowadays you gotta take chances.
What do you know about taking chances? Try moving to a strange country where you don't speak the language with only $2 to your name.
You?
You bet your socks, me, and I made out all right, too.
How'd your dad feel about it at the time, Papa?
He was fit to be tied. He called me a disobedient little...
So your father didn't approve of you coming to America?
Well, Papa never really understood the younger generation. He came around a bit in the end, but by then it was too late to. Tell him I'll listen to him. I want to listen to him. If he wants to talk.
Вот, походу я нашел что-то общее.
Emmett?
Here to play peacemaker again, Pollyanna?
I really think he means it this time.
You won't listen to me.
Okay, so he's got a strong personality.
Strong personality. Lord save us from strong fathers. Why couldn't I have been born to a nice, wimpy milquetoast?
Yeah, well, that's no picnic either. The important thing is, Fathers can change.
Says you.
Да-да.
Deep down, he's just worried about you hurting yourself.
No amount of physical pain could equal the pain he's already inflicted to my spirit.
Deep down, he's just worried about you hurting yourself. He says you get your stubbornness from your mother.
Well, that's the limit. He's not satisfied with insulting me. He's got to drag my mother through the dirt, too. Mother isn't at all like me. She's gentle and sweet and endlessly patient. If anything, I'm more like... Oh, skip it.
You were starting to say that you're like...
Skip it.
Could it be that you and your dad...
No, next subject.
Emmett, stop being a dope. You got your pride, okay, I get it. And so does he, but what's the harm in trying to make peace with the guy? He's your family, and family's important. Sometimes it's, well, even more important than we realize.
May I come up?
So, you think my new invention is a disaster waiting to happen?
Yes, I do. And I'm here to say, if any son of mine is going to make of himself a public disaster, I insist on being there to support him.
Oh. You're gonna change your tune once you see this baby go airborne. You see, the force field generated by the static accumulator. Marty, give Trixie the signal. We're ready for liftoff.
Oh, good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for bearing with us through that unavoidable delay. And now the Hill Valley Expo is pleased as punch to present Mr. Emmett Brown and his electrokinetic levitator.
Давай, док, удачи тебе. Да, у него получилось. А вот и старый док с Эдной. Что за фигня? Что там на улице происходит? Я хочу здесь остаться. Нет. Там же у Дога все так интересно. Что-то или нет? Блин, что тут случилось? Эдна украла Деориан? Неужели и вправду? Что... Паркер за ней следует. Старый Дог.
I thought I could change. Things could be different.
Get it back. Come on. We gotta find a way to stop her before...
No, don't come any closer.
Doc!
Go away!
Что за фигня происходит? Уходи. Офигеть. Эдна украла Деориан. С Доком что-то происходит. Что вообще творится?
Oh my god! Doc! Say something.
Chromium, lithium, potassium, iridium, titanium, ruthenium,
I'll get help.
newspaper.
What? You mean... I'm gonna get you to a hospital, Doc. You're gonna be okay.
Yes. Oh, I think I am going to be okay, Marty.
No, come on, Doc. Doc, don't do this. Don't go.
Док исчез.
Doc, come back.
Да, трагическая ситуация. Даже нечего сказать.
Doc?
Что там произошло?
Marty, have you been out here the whole time?
Emmett, is it over already?
Oh, it's over all right. You missed a very wild party. I'm afraid I've been banned from the expo for the next 50 years. And if I were you, I wouldn't go back in either. At least not until all the broken glass is swept up. Oh, what was I thinking? Naturally, the ionic wind generated by an electromagnet of that size is will play havoc with a merely mechanical steering mechanism. We need a much more advanced control system. I wonder if we could find a way to translate the body's own gravitational field into electrokinetic force. One might be able to direct the ionic current simply by shifting one's weight. Oh, great Scott, that's it!
And you're not discouraged?
Discouraged? By what? You mean what happened in there? Oh, that was a learning experience. The way I see it, it's those little mistakes along the way that advance us along the pathway of knowledge. Come on, there's no time to lose. Let's get back to the lab and... I'm sorry, is something wrong?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost somebody.
Oh, how sad. Anyone I know?
It was Carl Sagan.
What? The guy who tried to hire me in there? You were friends with him? Strange. But how?
Don't worry about it. It's got nothing to do with you. What?
You're a complete mystery to me, Marty. Where you come from, what you're doing here. But there's one thing I do know. Whatever it is, it does have something to do with me.
Please, Emmett, don't ask
What's
any...
this? Come on, let me see. I deserve an explanation.
Okay, here goes.
What's that?
An explanation. But you've got to promise me, don't look at it until you get the key to the city.
Huh?
Emmett!
Just promise.
Emmett! Where are you, my son?
I'll be right there, Pop. Key to the city? I don't understand.
And you can't understand. Not for a long time. It would do irreparable damage to something. Just say you promise.
Okay, I promise. Wait, I will see you again, right?
Guarantee it.
Emmett!
'Что же Марк теперь будет делать? Что за Деолиан? А это кто еще тут? Эдна же украла Деолиан. Кто там?
Yeah, it worked.
Док? Это нормальный док, который наш? Да не может такого быть.
So, you were the same Marty. Funny how memory can play tricks on a person. I remembered you being much taller.
Какой это док вообще?
How was the ceremony?
Long. You've got a theatrical way of sending messages.
Only way I could do it without messing up your timeline.
Very clever. But what are you doing in 1931?
А, я понял. То есть Марти сейчас дал вот эту газетку молодому доку, да? То есть когда док получил ключ от города, он ее прочитал и вернулся в прошлое, 31 год, чтобы нас забрать. Все понятно.
I came to
Марти еще
rescue
прочитал.
you.
Teenage me.
No, you. But then teenage you got mixed up in it. See, you were in jail and...
Never mind, it's better I don't know. Let's just get back to 1986. That is, unless your presence has caused any other time anomalies.
Me? Nah, no. Well, I'm still a little confused about mine.
Так, а это еще что такое? Кто это?
Where
Похож
is
на
he?
Марти.
Where's that no good son of mine? He's not worthy of the McFly name.
Это отец этого Арти, что
You
ли?
see my Artie anywhere? Artie McFly? That's the one. Just got a call from Melvin at the city records office. He tells me the dad blamed fool's gone and got himself hitched to a Canadian floozy. Can you believe it? Hitched? Married. I swear, that boy's gonna put his pop on the nose already. So that's how she got her job back. Ah, he's married the wrong grandma. I mean, Trixie's not my grandma. And if she's not my grandma, I'm not me. Wait, that was great-grandpa Willie. I met him when he was a baby. He peed on me. Holy crap, Doc, I'm gonna disappear again.
Calm down, Marty. You seem reasonably solid right now. Whatever the problem is, I'm sure we can undo it with the help of that car.
Oh,
Вот и
great.
Паркер.
How the hell did she get back here?
She?
You're not Edna. What's going on here? Is this some plot to put me in the nut house?
No, it's all very simple, Danny.
Oh, I'm sure it is. Tell me, did I or did I not just chase Edna Strickland off in this car?
Not this exact car, but a car just like it.
A car with a nasty habit of disappearing into thin air?
Well,
Wait, Edna Strickland just disappeared in the DeLorean?
If that's what you call it. It made a loud noise, and then wham! Nothing!
Great Scott! Marty, do you have any notion what date she might have jumped to?
none at all, Doc. See, that DeLorean's time circuits are out of whack. They could jump to any date at all.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's just hope she jumped into the future. The far future. If she's jumped into the past...
You think she might mess up the time stream? Wait a minute. This is Edna. Of course she would mess up the time stream.
Guys, you mind telling me what the hell you're...
Что за... Где Паркер? Все очень плохо. Не понял юмора. Куда делся Хилуэлли? Остались Марти, Док и Делориан. Где весь Хилуэлли?
Doc? Did we just leave Hill Valley?
No, I believe Hill Valley just left us.
Хилуэлли покинул нас.
How?
Something must have happened to it. A long time ago.
Похоже, Эдна что-то все-таки нарушила временной поток. Что же она задумала? Вот он, прадедушка Марти.
Well, now you two look at my lost. Hey, what on earth is that thing?
Oh, it's an experimental vehicle. Pay it no mind.
Look, maybe you can help us. We're looking for Hill Valley. Well, which is it, a hill or a valley? No, it's a town. It's a town called Hill Valley. Hill Valley, a town? Say, I think I once heard that there was a town here a long time ago. Don't know much about it, though.
Just as I suspected.
When did Hill Valley go away? Oh, heck, I don't know. That was all before I was born.
Then whatever it was must have happened at least 45 years ago.
Nobody much cares to settle around here nowadays. My dad tried to buy a farm in this area years ago, but he got run off by Scary Mary. Scary Mary? Well, that's what we all call her. Lives a couple miles from here. I make a monthly drop at her place. She's a fiend for news. Takes all the papers in the county, never throws one away. Say, if there's anybody who can tell you what happened to Hill Valley, it's her. Can you direct us to her?
It's imperative that we talk to her.
Sorry, fellas, but I'm pretty sure she won't talk to you. Why wouldn't she talk to us? The thing of it is, guys, Mary's older than dirt, but she's also a little tetched, if you catch my drift. She doesn't like strangers.
I'm sure we can handle her.
We'll be very polite. Please, you gotta see her. Well, okay, if you insist. Take a right turn just after the bridge, then follow the wheel ruts till they come to an end. You'll have to go the last quarter mile on foot. Good luck, and don't say I didn't warn you. I got a notion I'll be chicken myself for sending you up there. Can I drive?
Что же это за Мэри? Домик какой-то. Берегись котов.
Mary Pickford.
Мэри Пикфорд. Что-то мне это все не нравится. Это же Деориан. Только разбитый весь. Неужели это Эдна? Это Мэри, это Эдна. Давайте посмотрим. Да, плохие тут значки. Вы знаете, что случилось с Хилвелли? Давайте постучим в дверь. Классический способ. Ой. Ой, черт. Что ж ты наделал, Марти?
Step away from the cabin!
Pardon us for intruding, madam. We were wondering if you could tell us...
I don't talk to hooligans!
Это и вправду Эдна.
That was
Да, это была Эдна.
Edna Strickland? Impossible.
This is how she was when I first met her. I had to... Listen, just leave it to me.
Okay, you think you know how to handle her. Just remember, we need to know what happened to Hill Valley, and just as importantly, the precise time when it happened.
Это Эдна. А что и вообще с ней случилось? В окно постучать, может?
Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future.
Давно, в будущем или в прошлом, или в настоящем, я уже не понимаю, где мы сейчас находимся. Эдна создала какую-то параллельную реальность, наверное, украв Хилвелли. Параллельную реальность, где нет Хилвелли. Только какой сейчас год, 31 или какой?
Hey, Miss Strick...
Who are you?
Марти Макфлай, Яков Смирнов. Может, Яков Смирнов?
Yakov Smirnov?
That's a foolish name, and I make it a rule not to talk to strangers with foolish names.
But we're not strangers.
How do I know you?
You interviewed me once, back when you were young.
Listen, Sonny, I'm an easygoing woman, but I got a few rules I live by. And rule number 1 is, I never, ever talk about the past! Or the future, neither. I don't talk about any day but today.
I guess that didn't go so well.
Of course she doesn't talk about the past, because there's something in her past she's trying to forget. But we're gonna pry it out of her. Go ahead, knock on the door again.
Ну, давай. Нужно выпытать у нее, что у нее случилось в прошлом, о чем она не хочет говорить. И что она вообще сделала, украв Деориан. Изменила что-то. Да, это Эдна.
What?
It's me again, your old friend.
How do I know you?
You tried to have me arrested once, a long time ago. Remember?
How many times I gotta tell ya I don't talk about any time but today?
We spent the day together
We did? Where?
at the expo.
That's crazy. I've been here all... What day is it?
Tuesday, October 13th, 1931.
October 13th, 1931. October 13th. Something funny about that date. Well, what are you here for?
Listen, lady, you've got to tell us where Hill Valley went.
Hill Valley? You're standing in Hill Valley. Population 1.
You know there's supposed to be a town here today, right?
Might be there was a town once long ago, or might be it was in the future. How many times I gotta tell ya I don't talk about any time but today?
You see that car over there? You stole that from Carl Sagan, and you time jumped into the past.
Me? Steal a car? You got a lot of nerve, Sonny. Everyone in town knows that Mary Pickford's the most law-abiding citizen that Hill Valley's ever had. And I don't give a fig about the past.
I brought something for you.
What is it? Let me see.
Блин, а у меня ничего и нету. Так. Может, вот это вот? Записывающее устройство, я думаю, оно не зря тут у меня.
I brought you this.
I ain't interested in flowers.
Wait till you hear.
And I especially ain't interested in talking flowers. Put them away.
Да ё-моё, а что же ей надо-то? С Эмметом свести ее.
Were you expecting anything in particular?
I wasn't expecting you.
Так, как понять свести с Эмметом?
I brought you him.
Him? Who him? Him who?
Look hard. Don't tell me you don't recognize your own boyfriend.
My boyfriend?
Yeah, he's all grown up.
Come closer, fella.
Marty, what am I supposed to do?
Trust me, Doc. Just go with it.
It can't be. Emmett!
Yes, Edna, it's me.
It is! It's October 13th, 1931! Oh, and you are Emmett! Emmett! How did I get so turned around? Have I been dreaming or... Well, stay there!
It's a classic case of repressed memory syndrome. Once the mental dam is broken, the subject is immediately plunged into the midst of the very scenes she's trying to forget.
Что же с ней случилось?
Darling, you've come back! Of course I knew you would. An intelligent boy like you wouldn't be one to throw away true love all because of a silly quarrel. I've already forgotten about last night's little tiff. I trust you've done the same?
Of course I have.
Of course I have. What?
Babyface.
Babyface.
That's not your pet name for me. Wait a minute. What's going on?
Стоп, не угадал.
Sweet stuff.
Sweet stuff.
You've never called me that. Something's wrong here.
Schnookums.
Schnookums.
You're sweet. But you're still keeping company with this Smirnoff character. I insist you drop him. He's a bad influence. And you've got to stop working on that dangerous electrokinetic... What's this?
Okay.
I suppose now you're miffed with me for forcing Detective Parker to close your booth down. Bitter medicine for you, I know, but I had to do it. And Parker had no choice but to obey my orders. He knows that my opinion carries a lot of weight in Hill Valley, and he'd never... Parker would never... Oh...
Что это с ней такое?
What is it?
I don't know. Something about Detective Parker. Something that happened to me on October 13th. What could it be?
Can you jog her memory? If we can keep her mind in the past, we may get the full story of Hill Valley's premature destruction.
Here's something that'll make you remember.
Remember what? I don't don't like to remember. Who are you? What are you doing in my yard, you hooligan?
No, Edna. No yard.
What?
This is Emmett's Peel. It's October 13th, 1931.
Yes.
But something's about to happen.
Oh, yes, something big. But what?
Better not talk to her directly. It'll break the spell.
Maybe this'll take you back.
Back where? I don't want to go back.
Stay in the moment, Edna. Please, Marty. Don't interrupt the trance.
Что мне делать? Ждать что-то? А, я так и знал. Да, нужно ей вот этот цветок все-таки врубить. Исповедь. Записывающее устройство.
I don't think I ever asked you why you burned down all those speakeasies.
Why? Because no one else was doing anything about them.
No! Turn it off, you imbecile! If Parker hears that, he'll... Officer, I can explain. It was a trick. I was framed. Oh, he's after me!
Что это с ней такое, а?
Ha! He'll never catch me in this souped-up car of the future. Curses! I can't shake him. Well, no use in holding back now. Let's see what this baby can do. And here it comes.
Yes?
Here what comes?
I don't know. Something really unexpected is supposed to happen right about now, but I'm not sure what. Oh, come to think of it, how can I be expecting something unexpected? Oh, what's going on?
Quick, Marty. We've got to find a way to push the story along before she snaps out of her reverie.
Так, хорошо. Нужно задеть сигнализацию, чтобы изобразить прыжок сквозь время. Да, обожаю прыжок сквозь время, он так круто сделан вообще. Так, где сигнализация Эдны? Стяжка, вот это что ли? Задел. Да, вот.
Where?
Back to the past.
What do you see?
Hill Valley. But it's all different. It's so small and primitive. Heavens! Can it be? It is!
Is what?
Grandfather! Big as life!
Marshal James Strickland came to Hill Valley in 1869, shot by...
I know, Doc. We met him in 1885. Remember?
No! I must be mistaken. Grandfather didn't look like that. That man is an imposter! I'm not even sure it is a man! This is all very confusing. Where am I? Why am I thinking about the past? Get off my lawn, you kids!
We gotta find a way to bring back Marshal Strickland quick. We've got to bring this story to a climax.
Да, маршал Стрикленд, ну, в третьей части они отправились в 885 год. Но я что-то не припомню, что там такой чувачок был. Швабру и шляпу надо одеть на кактус. Стоп, это не то. Маршал Стрикленд. Да, бедный Делориан. Он даже мистер Фьюжн валяется. Который Да, я тоже не могу смотреть на это, Марти. Бедный Делориан.
I'm guessing this mop doesn't get much use.
Эдна попала в 19 век. Так, и шляпа. Шляпа где-то тут должна быть. Где шляпа? Ага, вот она.
This hat doesn't frame her face very well.
Да, ты прав, Марти. Так, и теперь одеваем на кактус, я так полагаю. Шляпку. И
Nice fit.
швабру. Будет похож на
Like a
маршала.
Strickland to me.
Like my little brother, perhaps, but not like my grandfather. Grandfather was much more shaggy.
Шаги. Вот и волосатый. Ой,
Oh,
дедушка.
grandfather, how well you look. How well everything looks.
How does everything look? Tell me.
It's a bit rustic, to be sure, but all the buildings are so sturdy and well kept. And the young people of Hill Valley, they're so virtuous and upright. So unlike the degenerate specimens from the 20th century, and I know the reason why.
Why?
They haven't yet fallen prey to the vices of booze and debauchery. They are still in a state of innocence. I think I could learn to like living here. But who's this?
Who?
This big lout swaggering up the street, lips curled in an insolent sneer. He's a newcomer to Hill Valley. Beauregard. Beauregard.
Таннен.
Tannen.
Yes!
Good guess.
Look at him, acting like a big shot, throwing his money around. Stolen money, no doubt. Why can't they see through him? The two-bit phony! And now his plan becomes clear. He's bought a plot of land in town. He's going to put up
What?
I don't know. It's something I don't like. Something evil.
This is the key to our mystery. We've got to get her memory back in the groove.
Так, наверное, подпольный бар, что ли? Поискать вывеску какую-то сауну. Где-то я тут какую-то вывеску видел, кажется. Или нет? Где эта вывеска? Ой-ой, я даже не понимаю сейчас, в каком мы веке, году, я там не знаю.
Edna's grandfather, Marshall Strickland. That's the same picture I saw in Edna's apartment, way back, in the future.
Так, нет, что-то я тут не могу найти вывеску. А, вот она, вывеска сауна. Лежала,
An
что
old
не
saloon
заметил.
sign. Cool. Too bad it's all burnt.
Так, и Марти ее положил себе в карман, да? Давайте отдадим ее Эдни, пусть посмотрит. И
Maybe
вспомнит.
this will take you back.
Please, Marty, don't interrupt the trance.
И что? Прикрепить вывеску к туалету. Окей.
Talk about a watering hole.
A saloon? In Hill Valley? Oh, he can't do that! Grandpa, you can't let him do it! You can't let that snake ruin paradise! Well, if they're all too blind to stop him, I'll just have to take the law into my own hands. I'll make sure this sinful establishment never opens its doors. I don't know what I'll do, but I'll do something. Something very conclusive.
И что она сделает? Кстати, с печи горящую палку. А, вот здесь.
I wonder what's cooking.
Она будет поджигать подпольный бар. Я так понял. Так, и что мне с этим делать? Эдни отдать? Да, вот, она будет поджигать.
Young man, you've just given me an idea. First, we'll need some kerosene. Apply it liberally to the building site. No sense in being parsimonious. And now, watch. This is beautiful. The devil's handiwork consumed by the fires of righteousness. Burn, you sucker, burn!
She was never this passionate when we were dating.
Oh,
What is it then? Is it the fire?
turn away! Don't look!
It's not staying in the saloon, is it? It's spreading to the other buildings in the valley.
My intentions were pure. It wasn't supposed to happen like this.
But it did happen like this, and you've been repressing it all these years because you can't stand to admit that you're...
A hooligan. I'm a hooligan.
You're all too tricky.
Here's the story. Black and white and red all over.
Huh. Hill Valley destroyed by fire. Started approximately 2 a.m., July 17th, 1876.
Of course, I'm not the real criminal in this story, am I, Mr. Sagan?
У нее
You
двустволка.
set me up for a fall. You and Smirnoff. You made me steal your infernal car. You made me burn down Hill Valley. And now, by the powers invested in me by the town of Hill Valley, I hereby sentence you two criminals to... You! How much have you heard?
Enough for a month's worth of headlines in the Hayesville Herald. 2 months worth if you shoot those fellas.
I could shoot you too, you know.
But you won't, because that would be against the law. And you never break the law, right? This is your cue to skedaddle. Right.
Much obliged.
Да, спасибо тебе, дедушка Марти. Ты нас спас. 1870. Значит, Эдна хотела, да, понедельник, 17 июля 1876 года. Эдна хотела поджечь подпольный бар, но нечаянно поджгла весь Хилл-Вэлли. Вот почему его не существовало в это время.
There's Beauregard Tannen's half-finished saloon. Sometime during the next hour, Edna's going to light it on fire and accidentally burn down Hill Valley.
I wonder where her DeLorean is.
We'll find it later. Right now, we've got to stop that fire. I'll go around back. You go through the front.
Got it.
Так, не дайте Эдни случайно сжечь Хилл-Вэлли. Я думаю, на этом мы закончим вторую часть прохождения 5-го эпизода игры «Назад в будущее». А уже потом продолжим. Я думаю, следующая часть будет финальная, либо 3, либо 4 части будет прохождение 5-го эпизода. Все, ставьте лайки, подписывайтесь на канал. Надеюсь, вам понравилось. Пишите комментарии. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем пока.